We still can't hear that. This is too loud. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. All right. Maria, when the Lord gave me that was last year? Last year, the Lord gave me, I went to bed and I had a vision. And in the vision, I saw 3 Caribbean islands on the water. There were 3 Caribbean islands submerged underwater. And the Lord never actually spoke to me about the name of the Caribbean islands. And this morning I was walking through the bathroom and the Lord revealed one of the Caribbean islands to me. One of the Caribbean islands, I'm going to come back and give you all the other 2 Caribbean islands. One of the Caribbean islands that will be submerged underwater is Trinidad and Tobago. As a matter of fact, when I had the vision, I don't know, I was asking God, what was the cause of, what caused the submerge of these islands underwater? And I now realize, because sometimes when God speaks to you, sometimes it takes a while for you to unfold prophetic words. One of the islands that will be submerged underwater is Trinidad and Tobago, and this is going to come by the rain. Rain is going to fall for about, it's a different type of rain, but rain is going to fall like for 15 minutes, 20 minutes rain, but it's going to be a rain I can't explain. I really cannot explain to you how that rain is going to fall, but for 15 minutes rain is going to fall, and Trinidad and Tobago will be submerged underwater. Now remember, I didn't say this. Remember, God said that. He told me 3 Caribbean islands will be submerged underwater. Trinidad and Tobago will be submerged under great floodings that you have never seen before. And these floodings are going to cause, and why is God doing that? Because of the wickedness. I mean, the whole Caribbean is under wickedness. When you look at, now don't come on this live playing that you cursing me. When I gave the word about the earthquake and so many earth tremors, and that's coming too. You come on this live and you want to curse me. Don't do that this time. This time around, my God can come after you. One of the Caribbean nations, I was going through the bathroom like 5 minutes ago. As you can see, I still have on my robe, and the Lord speaks to me in that manner. Sometimes when I'm alone and I'm walking. One of the Caribbean islands, Trinidad and Tobago, rain is going to fall for 15 minutes. You will never be able to see rain like this. And as the rain falls, you're going to see a level of flooding that you have never seen before in your life. Up to a year, Maurice, a year ago, the Lord gave me that. A year ago, I still was battling in my spirit. What was the cause of this, this submerge, this water, the submerge of the island underwater? And is only like a few minutes ago, the Lord actually showed me terrain that's going to fall. You see this heat that the Caribbean is facing, the heat that the Caribbean and the world is facing. It is because of the wickedness in the nation. Let me share something with you about Barbados. Barbados, where I live. I have never seen, and I believe that some great judgment is coming to Barbados. I have never seen anything like this before in my life. Yesterday, that is happening all around Barbados right now, where the older people have their back out, and thousands of people are on some, how they call this thing, Maria? Where those people just be dancing on the streets. No. They call them karaoke, something with the old women and old men. Queue in the community. I was watching on my Facebook. This thing came on my Facebook yesterday while I was doing some work on my phone, and I realized the mothers that should be praying for the children are not praying. But let me tell Barbados, you ain't seen nothing yet. I live here. The Bible tells us, right? The older women should teach the young women. When you have older women that are part of sexual activity, Barbados have the highest, between the 60s and 70s, the highest rate of AIDS and syphilis and gonorrhea between those ages of these women, 50, 60, 70. Because what? They should be teaching the young women. We don't have old people we don't have old people right now teaching young women how to keep their bodies. I'm 53, and we don't have old people teaching the young people to keep their bodies. In the old time days, you had old women who will teach the young women how to be able to teach them how to keep their bodies. We don't have that anymore. We have a generation of people that are literally gone to the devil. They are lost. And it is between 60, 70, 80. We ain't got old people that pray no more. If there is very few. If there are old people that are praying, there is very few. But I come to the reason why when the Lord gave me the next two nations, which I think he clearly told me Trinidad and Tobago will be submerged underwater. Why? And I thought that this was through a tsunami. No, it's going to be extensive flooding. You're going to have rain for 15 minutes with big grains of rain that will fall in that country, and that will bring the flooding in this country. Is Barbados under judgment where I live? Oh yes, St. Lucia. Now, a couple of months, how many years this government in St. Lucia is on? I remember telling the St. Lucian people, which I am St. Lucian. I remember telling the St. Lucian people that I saw in the realm of the spirit that that government, Philippe G. Pierre, whatever his name is, I look in the eyes of this man. After this man won the election, I look into the eyes of this man through a photo. And the Lord showed me that this man entered the government through witchcraft. Now, he entered the government through witchcraft. That means there were people who perform witchcraft. Yes, you remember. Now we have one of the guys that went into the cemetery for him.
Right now, I have nothing to say again. Thank you, St. Lucia, and that is it for now.
Thank you for the interview, my brother.
All right.
It's just a matter of...
So we are going to look at...
Yes, St. Lucia. You don't know about the last video that was posted on Abaga the talk show, you know? The last interview. Well, today I met my brother, you know, because, you know, Philip JP denied knowing the brother and denied talking about $10,000. You understand? So, the brother is there to clarify himself and make the whole nation know what really going down. You understand? Go ahead, my brother.
Right now, what I have to say about the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, I just need him to get his act together, man.
So, did you meet the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, my brother?
I met the Prime Minister of St. Lucia 3 times, man.
Before Prime Minister or after Prime Minister?
Before Prime Minister, I met him. Before Prime Minister, I met him twice. With exactly you, Abba. I was the one that bring you into the Labour Party.
Yes, my brother.
I was the one that unpicked you.
Yes.
I was the one that was playing Rambo for Labour.
That's true.
Now, right now, they want to play with the Rambo that even the same stone that you refuse. That same stone will be the head cornerstone. So finish. I don't have no long story review. If I'm a liar, then leave it for God.
So
okay? I just need you to get your act together right now because St. Lucia need a prime minister. We don't need somebody playing games with us.
So what do you feel about the $10,000, my brother?
I guess right now to be honest to you, I don't know what to say because it was me in Philip JP's position right now. I should be selling that $10,000 to me.
And with all the videos going around, with all them lies by Philip JP, my brother, it is balanced, man, 50-50, you know? So, what do you feel? What do you have to tell to Philip JP about the line, man?
But to be honest to you, Mr. Philip JP, I never thought you would lie so much when you say that you didn't know me. Because for somebody like me, that the Rambo, how you don't know Rambo for Labour Party?
Tell us about the 11-14, my brother.
You told, once I came to see you, if my same friend that is interviewing me there right now,
True.
I came to see you, Mr. Philip, you told me like that. You want to be the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. I tell you, I sure I could deliver the Prime Minister of St. Lucia to you, to give you the power that you deserve.
True, my brother.
Then you tell me, what do you want after that? I tell you, but for now, the boss, only thing I'll need from you right now there is just a little $10,000. So, you tell me, okay, and then you tell me you only want 11. I tell you, Mr. Philip, I want to give you more than 11. I'll give you 13. You tell me it will not be possible. I tell you, I'll give you Miko and Supre.
True.
You beg it for me and then
yes.
You stumble.
Yes.
And then you got Miko and Supre. And then once after that, when you become the Prime Minister, to go and collect my money now, with me and my same brother, you tell me to meet you in a funeral in Monrepo.
I remember clearly, my brother.
And then when we went to Monrepo, they tell us you just left. We spoke to Jeremiah that day.
True,
in the funeral in Monrepo.
I can confirm that, my brother.
So how you could watch me as a young man like me?
And
just
say
tell me
you.
how I could call myself. Not even a ants, I could call myself in the flock.
You know?
And then you have to lie to the whole of St. Lucia and say you don't know me. I thought you were a better man than that, Mr. Philip.
About the contract now, my brother.
About the contract right now, I'm just being victimized right now about my contract. So right now there, what I will say right now there to St. Lucia, my name is Greg Maffrey, you all know me. For the next 40 years from now, I will be the one dictating St. Lucia's politics.
Yeah.
I'll be the one putting Prime Minister and taking you all out.
Honest Prime Minister, my brother.
All right, I don't want to, I really don't want to. So, I told you all in the realm of the spirit, I saw that the Prime Minister of St. Lucia came in through witchcraft. So this man is who went to the cemetery. As a matter of fact, they killed people to put him in power. Let me play the other one. And St. Lucians were cursing me. I told you I saw in the realm of the spirit that the Prime Minister of St. Lucia came in through witchcraft. So this man talk about how they went to a cemetery in Monrepo. I don't even know where that place is. Did they kill somebody? So they had to kill people for him to come in power. The nastiness. I'm trying to play the other one. It's not playing. Somebody wants me? All right. So, St. Lucians were cursing me when I said he's not a proper prime minister for the nation. So, they kill people. People disappear. So this man did some real witchcraft for the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. They killed people. They did witchcraft for him to come in power. Well, I want to tell all St. Lucians, when God ready for that nation, St. Lucia is gonna be sorry for y'all. Let me see if I can play the rest. So he came in power. He came in power through witchcraft. Jesus help your people. The whole Caribbean is in witchcraft. When I said that after the election, I told you all y'all will suffer. I told you all y'all should have left Alan in power. Y'all should have left Alan Shastney in power. Y'all St. Lucian likes too much witchcraft. Y'all need to get back to that place with God. Because when God is ready for that country, I am telling you, I saw so much water coming up on that land. People running from the hills. And you know St. Lucia has a lot of snakes. The snakes can come out and bite y'all. It's time for y'all to stop the witchcraft. St. Lucians, it is time for y'all to stop the witchcraft. It's time to stop going to the Catholic Church and with all of the witchcraft and turn to God, because I tell you, the water that I see coming gonna drown many of you. And I want to let you know, I was born in the nation. I didn't spend half of my life in St. Lucia. I left St. Lucia at a very early age, but it's time. But when I told y'all that prime minister came in by witchcraft, y'all cursed me. But let me tell you something. Jesus. He could have never won that government without him going to the devil. And I told y'all that he's gonna make you sell your panties. Let me tell you what is happening now. I want you to see what is happening in St. Lucia. Hold on. I want you to see what is happening in my country. I want you to see. You bringing people.
Emerging news of an alleged victim of human and sex trafficking has unearthed a dangerous scourge which has been growing stronger in the underbelly of St. Lucian society. Whilst authorities scramble to piece together the details of this new case, the breaking news has hit close to home for one victim of sex trafficking who says the incident left her feeling upset to hear that yet another female had fallen into the same trap that she did. For reasons of safety, our interviewee's identity was kept anonymous, and whilst it was the aim of the meeting to give as little information to implicate her in the slightest, the brave soul divulged enough to paint a grim portrait of a thriving but deadly business in St. Lucia.
It was really hard, almost every night having different men come and sleep with me whether or not I wanted it, being beaten, being abused in all kind of ways.
How bad is this problem in St. Lucia?
Let's just say that not everybody who goes missing in St. Lucia is actually missing. They have people from all walks of life. They have police officers and immigration officers, judges, lawyers, teachers, all kind of people involved in it. So it's going to be something that's really difficult to crack.
The young woman said it is easy.
All right, so listen, judges, policemen, teachers, human trafficking. That's what the nation of St. Lucia has become. And that young woman looked like she's about 15, 16. She sounds very young. She's judges, policemen, teachers, wherever they are, doctors, politicians, are into human trafficking. I'm here to blow the whistle. And I'm here to tell you, it is time as St. Lucian to march and get that Prime Minister out. Get him out. Why get him out? Because he did not enter freely the way God wants him to enter. He bought it from the devil. All right? He bought it from the devil. Anything that came through the devil gonna have a very bad end result. We don't want to serve God anymore. We don't want people. We want mind-binding demons to control the masses. We want demons to control the masses. But I told you from the beginning that he did not enter. God did not give him that. So the man is saying that he went to the cemetery at Monrepo. They dig out a coffin, and as they dig out the coffin, what did they do with the coffin? Huh? The young woman say it's not everybody that missing in St. Lucia is really missing. I want you, some of you need to get up and pray. Some of you. And sometimes we want to trust policemen. They are the most, listen to me, they are the most set of criminals ever. So the same people that are there to protect us is the same people using young girls for sexual favors where they get the money. Don't trust those policemen. Do not trust them. They are wicked and evil. Not to say that there is wicked and evil. You know why I can tell you that? My arrest right here in Barbados, if I did not know God, they came to arrest me in my house, arrest my children. And their aim was to kill me in the police station. But they realized that I serve a bigger God. Their aim was to say something happened to me and murder me in that police station. But every policeman has a problem now, but because they realize those who touch me die. They die. They charge me of a crime that I never did. They put things in the paper that I never did. And the Nation newspaper is saying I never did what they say. All I did was to help a young woman that was being raped at a church. I don't trust no police. I don't trust them. All right, I want to pray for some people this morning before I didn't come. I came here to tell Trinidad and Tobago to wake up because God is going to submerge that island underwater. And don't think that St. Lucia is going to escape. Don't think St. Lucia is going to escape. Too much wickedness is happening in that country. Too much nastiness and wickedness. I want to let you know that I'm St. Lucian. I was born and I'm proud that I was born in the island of St. Lucia. I wouldn't want to be born in any other nation but my nation. But the fact is that I left St. Lucia at a very early age. My father is Barbadian. My grandparents were Barbadian. All of my grandparents were Barbadian. The fact is, I am St. Lucian at heart. I will never, wherever I go, I promote my country. But it's time for the country to turn around. It's time for the country. I'm proud of being a St. Lucian. Wherever I go, I lift up. I remember being in an interview in Miami, and though I lived in Barbados for many years, I had to lift up my nation, St. Lucia. The fact is that many of you, when people start to talk, you want to curse, you want to do things. St. Lucia is in a very bad position, and it's time for all St. Lucians to go back into prayer. Go back into prayer to get the nation back. I'm a proud, proud St. Lucian. I send your prayer request. I'm going to take the time. Maria, how much time do I have? Come and do something for me. Come and do something for me now. I just have a few minutes and a few minutes here. Share this because we need people to be praying. Oh, shut up. I want to make some good one. Yeah. I see a lot of you trying to send requests, but we have a little problem. I'm not sure if this, you know, all of this news also, all of this news about Donald Trump. I want you not to watch that news. I want you not to watch that news. This is to distract you from where you should be and where God really wants you. All right, so I'm proud of being a St. Lucian. There, as a deliverance minister, and as you can see, God used me mightily. I don't think that there is anyone in St. Lucia that operates like me in the realm of the spirit. Maybe there is, but right now, but the fact is, I'm proud to call myself that I was born in the island of St. Lucia. I would never want to be born anywhere else but my nation. I'm proud of my nation. I'm not proud of your witchcraft, though. I'm not proud of who you are. Now, but I'm proud of being born a daughter of the soil. But the fact is, let me share something with you. St. Lucia is one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean. When you look at the history of St. Lucia, no other island was fought for than the island of St. Lucia. I used to be a history student. St. Lucia changed hands 14 times between the English and the French. St. Lucia is called the Helen of the West, which is one of the most beautiful islands with the majestic Piton, one of the most beautiful islands in the entire hemisphere. The fact is, you you and I need to come to that place to understand that there is some sort of value that God has for that nation. Why does God has the value for that nation? Because it is the only island in the Caribbean that was fought for by the English and the French. 14 times changing hands. Then we had Rodney, Admiral Rodney, Napoleon Bonaparte. And if I can tell you about the history of my country, Admiral Rodney, which Rodney Bay was named after Rodney Bay because Admiral Rodney, Napoleon Bonaparte. The fact is that St. Lucia was named after Helen of Troy of Greece because men died for her. It means that God has his hands on the nation, but is the nation as a people understand who they are? Do you understand that you are priceless? You are priceless. I have never gone anywhere and not lift up my nation. But it's time to get away from witchcraft. It's time to call upon the name of the Lord while there is still time. I can sit here and tell you more about my nation. Though I left there as a child, I know a lot about my country. Yeah. Spice on the bed. All right. So listen to this. I want you to stop listening to that news. That is to throw you off. All of that news with Donald Trump indictment. Donald Trump will be the president for 2024. He will be the president for 2024. Stop listening to their foolishness. I don't know how long he will be in power, but he will be the president for 2024. I also know that Kamala Harris will be the president at some point. Also, I'm not sure when that will be. But who's running the government, the puppet government that America has? It's a puppet government. Barack Hussein Obama is running the government at the backside. He's running the government. That's why you have the puppet government as Biden. Stop listening to the news. Stop listening to the news. We are getting ready for the revelation of the Antichrist. All right? I give you a sneak peek of a lot of stuff here. Let's get ourselves together and let's get up to pray. Pray for America. Pray for the Caribbean. Pray for what is to come. And let's stop listening to the nonsense that they have on CNN, Fox, and ABC, because Donald Trump is going to be the next president. I don't think that I trust him now. I believe that all of those things are put together, that your mind is not rest on God. All right, so let's get it together. Let me pray for two persons before I leave. I send your request, or else I go offline now. Or one of the things you can do, can I have my mental crystal in here? One of the things you can do is to say, Apostle, bring me in. Just say, bring me in. And I'll try to bring you in. See if it's there or it's in the little thing where in the bedroom there. All right, so I'm trying to bring in this person here. Let me see what's going on here. I'm trying to bring in some people now. Okay, let me see what's going on here. All right, let me exchange my phone. I'm going to exchange phone and come back on.